crash and fire on the racetrack.
It's knocked the gas tank out of the 41 car. That's what we see blazing over there. I think the gas tank is over against the wall.
This is at the end of the backstretch. Greg Sachs has stopped over there, but the ambulance is on the scene very quickly. The driver involved is Steve Grissom. Just tremendous impact with the wall at the end of the backstretch.
That is not where he made contact with the wall, but I think that would be the gas tank.
I think it,
have to wait and see.
Yeah. There's not much you can say at this point except let's just hope and pray that Steve Grissom is okay. The fire crew also quickly on the scene. They have that fire extinguished already. You can see the angle of the wall there at the end of the backstretch. Here is a replay.
And we see him back at the very end of the screen. Right there. Right there is the white car. And Spencer sideways, and Steve Grissom trying to dodge Spencer. Just all of a sudden, boom, and look at the car go up in the air. That's the Mike Skinner car.
Yep.
Mike Skinner and Steve Grissom trying to dodge Skinner. I mean, the 23 car of Spencer. And look, there's the gas tank.
Yes.
Hang on a second. I'll show you this gas tank, folks, as it goes across the racetrack. Right up there is the gas tank.
And it makes contact. It impacts the wall and then splits open, and the fire begins.
I think other cars will go through there, and the exhaust is going to ignite. There we see that car. That's Mike Wallace's Spam car. Goes through the gasoline and ignites it as it goes through.
And there is Kenny Wallace as he goes through also. May have made contact there with Grissom's car as it still has not stopped rolling or pirouetting. And the wall just, and there is where Grissom made contact with that inside wall, and it split it right in two in several places. So they continue to work to get Steve out of the car. Here's the Pennzoil copter cam shot.
And there we see Grissom. There we see the gasoline. Look at all that gasoline when it ignites, when he hits the wall. And there we see Mike Wallace go through, ignite the gasoline. Wow.
Steve Grissom, originally from Alabama, has been making his home in Concord, North Carolina, driving a Kodiak Chevy owned by the Larry Hedrick team.
Obviously, you can see that the race has been red flagged by the NASCAR officials.
We'll continue to monitor this situation very closely, and just as soon as we have any concrete information on the condition of Steve Grissom, we will, of course, pass it along to you. In the meantime, let's take a break. But he is moving. Look at him, he's waving.
Yeah, he's waving to somebody there. Whew, man. Guy's in great shape, thank God for that.
What are they doing? Why are they using the jaws of life now?
Just drag the thing up on the back of the wreck.
Well, yeah, just it ain't worth a dime.
What are you going to do about fixing this fence?
Yeah, that's a good question. The ambulance has arrived at the Infield Medical Center, and of course he will be checked over there, and if necessary will be transferred somewhere else. This accident occurred very, very quickly, as most of them do. We're going to take another look at the replay since we now know that apparently there's no serious injury.
I mean, is that unbelievable? It just, it's unbelievable how quickly that Steve Grissom is going straight, and the next instant he's going straight into the wall and backs into the wall, and then over he goes. And gasoline is thrown every place. Mike Wallace goes through it, ignites the gasoline. Kenny Wallace comes through, almost hits the 41 car as he's coming to a stop.
And now we'll take a look at it in slow motion.
Back here is the car that we're talking about. There's Grissom. There we see the 23 car. Now then, the 23 car is spinning. Now Steve Grissom tries to avoid him. He turns. He does avoid him. Mike Skinner comes along, boom, and runs over the 23. Now here comes the 41. Pieces are coming off the car. The flaps come up to keep the car on the ground. Now watch the retaining wall as he makes contact. And this guy here needs to turn around and look the other direction. And boom, the wall just comes apart. And then he comes off the wall, and all that is gasoline. And here goes the gas tank across the racetrack. Jeff Bodine goes by. The gas tank goes up against the outside retaining wall and stops. And as Mike Wallace comes through, he will ignite. There, he ignites the gasoline.
And here's the 81 coming along, and he makes slight contact with the 41 car right there. And the 81 car did have some significant damage as a result of hitting mostly debris that was coming off of Grissom's car.
Okay, Bob, we're back here at the Infield Medical Center, and several team members and family members from other teams have been into the medical center, and I just spoke with Diane Bodine, who came out and told me that Steve is complaining of an ankle injury, and that's it. His wife Susan is in there. They have spoken, so Steve appears to be okay. He does have an ankle injury. That's what he's telling the medical people right now, so we'll have more information, but right now it certainly appears to be extremely good news for Steve Grissom after a horrifying crash on the backstretch here.
Well, I'll take an ankle injury for what he could have come out of this with, huh?
Yeah. I mean, there's no back of the car. It's completely gone. The Kodiak Chevrolet, it's just gone. They do now have the car righted, and we'll put it on the rollback and drag it back to the garage area.